All right, Shalom. First off, I want to give all praises and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. All right, double honors to the apostles and elders, a great millstone that ruled well. Okay, and peace and salutation to you, Akin, that's pushing his word in truth and sincerity throughout the four corners of the earth. This is the brother Zion Amon from the GMS Detroit Bar Count. All right, I want to do a quick video on what you see here on the screen today. Right, or right now, united we stand, divided we fall. Right, which is it's an ideal, that America believes in. They also say that that we're, this is part of that spirit of we're all created equal. You know what I'm saying? Because with Esau and the elites, this is the ideal that they go by, which is, that's that's the process that Esau is trying to establish right now, that he wants to join all people together and administer this chip, what I'm saying, so that he can have control over everybody on the earth, with him being at the top and him being, basically God on earth, you know. But I was looking into this phrase, united we stand, divided we fall, because it actually goes back to the Greeks, or to the time of the Greeks, and what they say civilization, started with the Greeks, right? But now I'm gonna get it, let me just get right into it. This is it says, united we stand, divided we fall is a phrase used in many different kinds of mottos, most often to inspire unity and collaboration, right? And hey, we know that the Most High is a separatist. He's not with, collaborations, unless it's of the nation of Israel. He's with the 12 tribes, collaborating, coming together as one body, namely the elect at this time, the 144,000 and one-third of the so-called Negroes, Latins, and Native Americans, right? But as far as us, joining hand in hand with these other nations, the Lord is against that, What's that, Proverbs 11:21, I believe, it says that, though hand join in hand, the wicked should not go unpunished, So we're not supposed to be, joined to these nations. We're not supposed to be, part of their customs and their ways, worshiping they bullshit holidays, going to their churches and getting involved in they religions and all that, That's all, heathenistic customs and beliefs. The Lord gave us, the Israelites, all right, the law, statutes, and commandments to abide by, and that's it. Right? That's the path, that's the way we're supposed to follow. Okay? But again, they have this united we stand, divided we fall, so I'm gonna read a little more. Let's see, I'm skipping down. I'll get to the history of it because I found something interesting here. Right? It says the phrase has been attributed to the ancient Greek storyteller Aesop, both directly in his fable, The Four Oxen and the Lion, and indirectly in the Bundle of Sticks. And I thought that was funny because it reminds me of Obadiah, Yeah, what a bundle of sticks, they call out in the Eastern Hemisphere, basically a fag, they say, let me get a fag. They're talking about a cigarette because, i.e. it's a stick, But even predating that, going back to the so-called, what's this? Basically, when Jake was ruling. Can't think of the era right now, Salakia. But basically, with fags, with homosexuals, we would roll their ass up as a bundle of sticks, and burn their ass alive, because just going back to our history, going back, till we were in our right mind, so to speak, We had laws against that. Until this day, the laws are still in effect. That we supposed to put faggots to death, homosexuals to death, gays, lesbians to death. As far as dealing, with that bundle of sticks. But also fast forwarding to, Obadiah. Let me just get that while it's on my mind. The bundle of sticks. Dealing with Esau, because that's what we're gonna do to him. You know, we're gonna roll him up like a bundle of sticks and burn his ass. Because again, that's not part of our our creed. That homo shit. That united as one. You know what I'm saying? The Lord is not with that. All right. Just real quick, I'm kind of all over the place, Salaki, but I just want to touch on a few points that I see here. But this is Obadiah 1:18. All right. Start at 17. But upon Mount Zion shall be deliverance, and there should be holiness, and the house of Jacob shall possess their possessions. All right. And the house of Jacob shall be a fire, and the house of Joseph a flame, and the house of Esau for stubble. And they shall kindle in them and devour them, and there shall not be any remaining of the house of Esau, for Yahweh have spoken it. All right, just dealing with that bundle of sticks. That's what's gonna happen to those bundle of sticks. They're gonna get burnt up, with Esau being the sticks, just like they used to do to us. In different carnations. Burning Jacob alive. Burning to the coals, wrecking them to the coals, you know, dismembering Jake, cutting off your limbs, your rod, putting it in jars as a memorial, right? For them to show their power, you know. But now I'm dealing with this phrase, and it coming from the time of the Greeks. Now this guy Aesop, is actually a Jake. When you go into it, it's a lot of history showing and proving that this was a Jake. He's basically a Hellenized Greek. All right, Hellenized meaning he was an Israelite, but he carried on in the Greek customs and ways, and most likely spoke Greek. But just like today, you have Jake that's so-called American, but yet he's an Israelite. You know what I'm saying? And in all walks of life, he may be like the greatest entertainers, with the greatest singers and dancers, and movie writers, screenplays, and this, that, and the third. But you have Jake that shines in society. You know what I'm saying, with certain catchphrases, with certain trends and whatnot. So it's no new thing under the sun. Even going back to this time, that this ideal was created by Jake that lived amongst the Greeks, the so-called Greeks, the Edomites that called themselves Greeks, right? That united we stand, divided we fall, because that's our people. They always want to join to these nations. They always seeking after their ways and customs, seeking after they false gods, when we already had a power, a real power, all right? That was, basically at our beck and call. You know what I'm saying? All we had to do is call on him, Yahweh, in truth and sincerity, and the Most High was with us. But here you go, our people, they want to join hand in hand with these nations, and that's the spirit that's coming back. And the Lord is once again about to decimate that shit, just like he did in the time of the Tower of Babel. You know, that basically the more Esau tries to unite, the more his shit is being divided. Because now you got so-called white on white crime. You know, certain curses are turning back on these heathens. You know, whether it be child support. I mean, you got Esau offing himself, this, that, and the other. Esau, you know, killing cops and running away from cops, this, that, and the other. Robbing banks. You know, just being a just being a demon. But and in the same breath, you know, it's a lot of exposés that Esau is actually bringing out. For the scriptures say that, you know, his tongue will fall upon himself, meaning, you know, he gonna start telling on himself. You know, so you have all these scandals coming out where you know what, in Hollywood, where these top producers and directors, all right, agents are they just a bunch of freaks, you know, and homos, to where they they quarter, you know, namely Jake, they put him in a corner, you know what I'm saying, and suggest, and you know, to do some type of homosexual activity. You know, they make them do, you know, weirdo shit to where, to prove that they're, you know, a part of that lifestyle, that Hollywood lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? Whether it be, uh, getting blew out in the ass, you know, by one of these Jewish producers or whatnot, or, you know, sucking his rod off, like, you know, or, you know, sure, you might be having sex with an animal. Like, you never know with Esau, because he's an abominable creature. You know what I'm saying? You know, his belief is do as thou wilt. So whatever feels good, you know, that's you know, whatever's going on at that time, how you feeling, he's gonna act upon it. He's gonna do it. You know. But like I say, you got a lot of exposés coming out on that now. So the truth is being revealed to the whole earth that this man is the devil. You know. But I want to get that script. You know, that's I think it's one in Mark. There's one in Mark about, you know, Satan. You know, a house divided against itself. Hold up, this is Mark. Okay, this is Mark 3, and I started at 23. And he called them unto him, and said unto them in parables, how can Satan cast out Satan? And if a kingdom be divided against itself, that kingdom cannot stand. And if a house be divided against itself, that house cannot stand. And if Satan rise up against himself and be divided, he cannot stand, but having the end. God, and that's what we're in right now. You know what I'm saying? Satan is divided against Satan. Satan meaning adversary or the enemy. You know. So we have our enemies, our natural born enemies. Going back to Jacob and Esau, you got Esau telling on, writing on himself now. You know, because he want to so-called clear his conscience or whatnot. But hey, just because, you know, you telling on yourself, that don't make you not the devil. You still the devil. You know, you may just be a lesser demon or whatever, but you still a devil. You know, but that's what's going on right now, and that's the spirit that Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai is using to basically have Esau shooting himself in the foot. You know, that's what's going on. But just to cover this united we stand, divided we fall, right? Okay, this is just to show an example, right, of what the Lord is going to do to this place, and that's basically destroy it, you know, from off the face of the earth. He about to make America That's one of the brothers say in the camp, a sand parking lot, you know, all of America. All right, what is it? I think some 6,000 odd square feet. It's gonna be destroyed. It's gonna be set aflames, on fire by thermonuclear missiles. All right, i.e., World War III. That's why so much nuclear um, talk going on in the news right now. Nuclear testing, missile defense systems, and this and that. Certain threats from North Korea, Russia, Iran. All right, that's what all these nations are gearing up for. All right, to destroy this place, for all the abominations that be done in the midst thereof. All right, but this is Genesis 11. Right, as far as that coming together, that united we stand. Ideal. Right. This is Genesis 11:1, and the whole earth was of one language and of one speech. And it came to pass as they journeyed from the east that they found a plain in the land of Shinar, and they dwelt there. The land of Shinar is a modern day Iraq today. Okay, so that's the spirit. So just what he did with the old Babylon, because before it was named Iraq, it was called Babylon, which means the land of confusion, right? And we're living in the land of confusion right now, all over again, 2.0, aka America. All right, Babylon is America in the scriptures, if you didn't know. Okay, so let me read on. It says, and they said one to another, go to, let us make brick and burn them thoroughly. And they had brick for stone, and slime, and slime they had for mortar. And they said, go to, let us build us a city and a tower, whose top may reach unto heaven, and let us make us a name, lest we be scattered abroad upon the face of the whole earth. And Yahweh came down to see the city and the tower which the children of men builded. And Yahweh said, behold, the people is one, and they have all one language, and this they begin to do, and now nothing will be restrained from them, which they have imagined to do. They going into that do as thou wilt spirit. You know what I'm saying? Going into that because there's certain. See, the Lord, he made us, the Israelites, separate from all these heathen nations, and set boundaries. You know, He gave us the do's and don'ts of life. You know what I'm saying? But with these heathen nations, they feel like anything goes. Just because a certain idea pop in their head, they feel they supposed to act upon it, no matter how wicked it may be. You know, it says that go, let us go down, and there confound their language, that they may not understand one another's speech. So Yahweh scattered them abroad from thence upon the face of all the earth, and they left off to build the city. You see that? So the Lord, He confounded their language. Instead of them all speaking Hebrew, He made them all speak different dialects of Hebrew and whatnot, and certain other languages. All right, so that they wouldn't be able to understand one another, so that they, in turn, wouldn't be able to come together. You know what I'm saying? Because if you don't understand what one is talking about, it's hard to figure out what you got in common, right? So this is just an example, showing that the Lord is not with coming together, especially when it has to do with these other nations. We're not supposed to be joined to them. I'm gonna read a little more here. It said, therefore is the name of it called Babel, because Yahweh did there confound the language of all the earth. And from thence did Yahweh scatter them abroad upon the face of all the earth. Okay. So the Lord is basically about to confound and destroy this place, modern day all right, Babylon, aka America, all right, because the Lord is not with no united we stand, divided we fall. He's not with, we're all created equal. None of that nonsense, because we're not, all right? The Lord has created a hierarchy, all right? And the Israelites are the ones that's going to rule in the kingdom of heaven, okay? So with that, I want to give all praises to Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai. All right, double honors to the apostles and elders, a great millstone that rule will. And peace and salutation to you, Akim, that's pushing his word in truth and sincerity throughout the four corners of the earth. Shalom.